Hi folks, I'm the Bald Guy, and these are Bald Guy Basics. If home security is a concern of yours, home security mixed with convenience, my review today might interest you. I'm going to show you what I've already done. I am not the best at saying, hey, I've got a project today, let me get the camera out and document every step along the way. I'm more prone to try something, especially when I've not done it before, and then show you what I've done after the fact. So I'm down at the basement of the house, and you know, when I go out to mow the yard, if I go out to work in the wood pile, to cut trees, to do anything outside, to be on the tractor, scrape the driveway, often I'm here alone at such times. The wife will be at work, and as I age, if you're not there yet, you will be one day. I am more concerned about keeping the house secure. You know, you just want to give access. And I'll give you a little secret. One of the things that happened earlier this year, several months ago, I got up one day and I found that someone had rifled through all of the items in my pickup truck, which we live rurally. We haven't had to lock things. So that happened. They didn't get anything because I didn't leave anything in it that was worth getting. But my neighbor had a firearm taken. A lot of issues there. So I've just been a little more aware of not having things available, if that makes sense. And he said he said I almost always lock the truck for whatever reason. He said either I failed to lock it, or perhaps he said what has happened most often is he would hit the key fob accidentally in his pocket, and it may have unlocked his truck that way. So when I'm here at the house, I often don't have a set of keys, which means I don't lock the door. I don't carry my keys around the house so that I won't lose them and so they don't abrade in my pocket. So last Christmas, we have this family Christmas tradition, kind of a name exchange, and they use one of those, and I'm trying to think of the name of it, but it's kind of like Amazon. It's a gift exchange. And you just go to this website, which is kind of a store, and you can pick from the items that you want. Well, one of the things I picked was a digital deadbolt lock. And here it is. I'm in October. That'll tell you how long it's taken for me to actually put this thing on. But let me turn the camera around here and show you. I replaced our standard door with a digital lock. It required no special tools, and the installation was quite easy. So I don't have to worry about locking my doorknob. With the push of a button, I can lock this thing and it will automatically lock. So I want to give you just if you've never done this kind of work before, I want to tell you, how do you get your old deadbolt lock off? Where do you start? Because if you look at this, there's no screws here. Let's go inside. No screws here. This thing is battery powered, by the way. If you want to take your old deadbolt lock off, you start right here. You take off those two screws, the faceplate comes off, and on this thing there is a screw inside the box. The battery box pops off right there. If you had a regular deadbolt, so you would have a knob kind of like this one, which is black, and I know you can't see it. There would have been screws there, but you have to take the faceplate off. Then you can take those and the thing will just pull apart and the deadbolt slides right out. Then you reverse the process. You put your new deadbolt in and put it together. And like I said, there's one screw that hold it, one or two that held the whole thing together. The only specialized tool, which is not terribly specialized, comes right here. Now, the faceplate is the faceplate. That's very simple. But when the door closes, if you've ever used a deadbolt, sometimes you know that you have to kind of wiggle the door. The bolt was striking this edge, and I took my Dremel tool and took off a few thousandths of an inch. Zzz, zzz, zzz. And that was as hard as, that was the hardest thing. That was the most specialized tool that I needed. So with that being done, I'll even show you how it operates. When the door is closed, press and hold any button. It extends the lock, and then I can't show you my code. from the outside with a code. You input a digital code. Once I enter the code on the numbers here, and I just press the top button, and that retracts the bolt. So it is a really handy thing. I guess one things I've not done yet, but when I do my production work for this video, I will Google what a typical digital lock is. The brand on this one, I see the box up here. This particular brand is Teeho, T-E-E-H-O. These things come in multiple finishes, so you can pick the finish that you like. It's a handy thing. It allows you to do something besides just input a digital code. Let's say you go traveling for a while. Don't ever throw your documentation away with these, because it has the instructions on how to not only to change your code, but to put in a code. I can put in a one-time use code. From time to time we have traveled and, we're gone a week. My wife might want the flowers watered or something. We can offer a code that can be used one time to let someone in, take care of that, and go back. And then if they try to, to tell their friends and give that code away, it doesn't work anymore. So it's a pretty handy little device for, I don't know, and I will post the picture in post-production of what this thing costs on Google today. But we're talking, I'm guessing, $25 plus or minus a little bit. So a very reasonable investment in your convenience. The system also comes with a keyed lock, which I'm not using. This is on my back door, so when the batteries run down, I can still get in any other door of the house without using a key. But I know it was very handy the other day. I just put this on just a few days ago, and I actually had my keys with me, but I pulled around and I forgot what I was carrying, but I was carrying something, probably bringing something in to go in the fridge down here. And I had my hands full with one hand, and my keys were in my pocket. So I only had one hand open, and as always happens, my keys are on the wrong side. I've got the groceries in one hand, and that's the same side. I didn't have to switch anything out. Beep, 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 beep. Opened the door right up. It worked great. I'm really pleased to be able to work outdoors and to realize, hey, I might be out of sight of the back door of the house, and you have one of those situations where somebody's walking through and they say, hey, he's out here. I bet I could slip inside. It's a nice little additional security feature and convenience feature for your house, and I just think it's a really neat thing to have. The one thing I didn't show you, let me go back over here right quick. From the inside, it's just a mechanical manual. Very simple. Close my door. It's locked now. I don't have to worry about this because I can't open the door. Unlock it just so easy. Really handy thing for you to do with your home security. And that door, anywhere you have a deadbolt hole in your door, this thing will fit just fine. It has a rubber seal between the unit on the outside and the door itself, so it protects itself from weather and those kind of things. I'm trying to get the glare off of my face, but I've got lights going everywhere down here. So that's a nice little project. Just look up digital lock on Google and you'll find a lot of options. The next step up would be to go with a smart lock, and the smart lock you can actually control with an app through your telephone. I didn't go that fancy this time, but for what it's worth, that's a nice little feature, and I absolutely love it. My wife is a little uncomfortable with it, I guess because she's not sure she can remember the code, but I'm the one who goes in and out down here. If she's coming down to go out and work on her flowers, it's manual from the inside, so she doesn't have to worry about it. So I'm the one that tends to drive around back and come in the basement door, so I really like it. I'm the Bald Guy. I hope you'll like, share, hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and until the next time, you have a good day.